With all our hearts, we pray and ask.
I greet you in a special way. Like as you know, I'm Nebechukwu Ezeneto, the director of Benjin Creations Limited. I am making this video specifically because of let me say, some of the rumor going on recently about one of the prominent stakeholder of APGA in Anambra State. I'm talking about in person of Chief Dr. Sir J.J. Zokafo. Now, at the end of the last House of Assembly election, we started hearing some people saying that he worked against APGA. For goodness sake, if there's anybody that have been the strongest pillar of APGA in Anambra and even beyond, it's Chief Dr. Sir J.J. Zokafo. You know, now I begin to wonder why someone will come up with such story. Someone that from his hard-earned money gave the party 50 million during COVID for them to, you know, sort out some of the challenges that was prevailing as at the time. Who else did that, gave a party such amount of money? Not just that, within that same period, he shared thousands of bags of rice to the party faithfuls. The records are all over the place. As if that wasn't enough, in the last Anambra State governorship election, he did a lot. Starting from the period of voters registration, he single-handedly made sure that Ekulobia community, to be precise, which is his own hometown, he made sure that that voters, new people were received their voters card. Voters registration was properly done, and Ekulobia had one of the largest new voters registration. He single-handedly made sure that all the INEC officials were very comfortable, because he knew that if you want to start campaign, you must start with making sure that people that are eligible to vote have voters card. During the election itself, I don't really need to say too much about that, because I have series of videos about when the current governor, Professor Charles Soludo, did his declaration of coming out to run at Agwata. He was there with him. When he went to Oka to do the same declaration, he was there, and he made a very large donation to the APGA State House, APGA State Executive there, for them to use and put the APGA house there in order. The video is there on my channel. Now, let me not talk about how his efforts during the election itself, how he supported Professor Charles Soludo, because he was really out. I will give you a video where the governor himself will explain all that.
November 12, Western little money go on I don't know, ife tupu de no megogene.
And that is the people are you going.
Oh megogene. Megogene end there with the who can battle with the Lord.
Nobody.
Where's the one and I jump in the cabana?
Hey, I do.
I got there.
Boy,
And now boy, I'm not telling one boy. I don't want to get to a hard. And I made the no. But if I have a coincidence, Father, I want you to indulge me 1 minute. Because this coincidence, but at the first time in Africa, Ethiopia, and any function in Ethiopia. Well, of course, we have met since after the election. But this is the first time, coincidentally, I am Mona. Why should I know? Makana, London, Canberra, for my Miss Collier, my text here, and I've come there, my check here, and I'm my Joanna, not the prayer cannot be about. And that told me one thing. Because this of you not again here. Oh, yeah. But no, Emma is all the glory of one day. But then a glory of ya. For you get to come about that. But I need ya. Oh, yeah. Would Dick Mbane.
It was a job.
When I live at Magakane, media, and media, man, even none, Rolls Royce, Kubadilo. I put the hand, Aguata, I think Aguata, Aposane, John, okay. And I so but I believe it. I got another permission there. Whatever we are. If I had an even in that St. Patrick's, I'll get away. You go to me, I'll get away 10 times.
Hey! One is the number.
Yeah, even in now, on a bad need now, I'll get go to me, I'll get away 10 times. Open here. Well, when I hear they this power, okay.
I can't school there.
Well, book the event, dog. When I I am it was a Macanam, where poor man, name man, and a mayba, and well, a man over to and will applicate. Say a man over to be a mechanism, Yajava. The power on a man over to Weber. Macano, when yes, again. Order. Then I don't want more, say where.
Oh.
And I so I want to publicly express this about non-Ethiopia on that. I can make no opportunity to explain it, none about it when they buy now. I'm going to leave MC Plus and I give him the one. I'm going to leave so big of much number. That will chairman I. And if you have if I hear the name, I am not the man support. I am not the man, I am not support. Come on,
during the swearing in, on the day of swearing in, we know that that very day the governor made it a small house event. It was only him, Chief Dr. Sajeje Zokaf, and the wife that was officially invited. So, but in his own generosity, because he knew that it was not only him that voted the governor. And now, during the swearing in, only him and his wife was invited from within the people that are close to him. He said, okay, fine, I will go with my wife to the venue. But he made sure that the same party that was going on at the government house, he set it up in his house, personally sponsored it, to make sure that all the APGA faithfuls, all the people that participated during the election and everything, to make sure that they were properly entertained. And he significantly made sure that the same company that cooked at the government house were also the company that cooked for him in his house, so that in order to make sure that whatever people that went to government house eat is also what those people in his house will eat. The last concluded election, the APGA faithfuls in Egulobe knew how much he sponsored them. Now, coming to hear that someone from the community is castigating him that he worked against the party, I don't know how to put it. It's heartbroken. Now you begin to ask, even those people saying those things, what significant thing have they done to the party itself? What input have they made that equals what Chief Sir J.J. Zulkafo have contributed to the party? I just, it's so painful to me, because I manage my company managed some of his media, his outings, his activities. So I knew how much he has put in, which the videos are there. Check out our channels. Some of the links, I will put it up so that you can look at them. So that when someone begins to talk, castigate someone, you check out the person's profile and what the person have contributed before paying attention to such person. Because some people are some people are just out there just to run other people down. Chief Sir J.J. Zulkafo is just a successful businessman, but because he believed that getting involved in government will help to spread out development. In his own personal capacity, he has done a lot in terms of road construction, in terms of community development. Over the years, he has been working at Ekulobe erosion site, which, if not his palliative measures at that erosion, more houses would have been, the erosion would have claimed more houses. Currently, he's at work there because the rainy season is already here. And all this, he's doing it simply for the betterment of the people, for the development of the community. Now, those people castigating him, what input have they made to the community? What efforts are they making towards community development? So, some of these things are so discouraging. I just pray he doesn't hear most of those things those people are saying, especially saying that he worked against the party. During the governorship election, he was fully there. He was fully there. You had the governors, say how he helped. Now, is it ordinary House of Assembly now that he will now come up and work against the party? I don't know, but any party member that will believe such, I think the person must be suffering from selective amnesia. And then anybody coming to castigate his person to you, look at the person properly and compare them. Because this is someone that has been out for community development over the years. Like in his community, for 3 consecutive years now, he gives the community 10 million every year just for community development. All the villages take this money, go sort yourself out based on your challenges within your village every year. Now, those people castigating, saying that he worked against the party and stuff like that, what input have they made to the community development that surpasses his, or that is reasonably significant? But probably because they just derive joy in tarnishing people's image. So I just want to make the video to clear this out and to remind the APGA faithfuls that if they keep on raising this and Chief get to hear it, it will be the greatest betrayal from the APGA faithful. If people worked for other parties, it's their business. But Chief have been a major sponsor of APGA to the glaring faces of any APGA faithful. But at this point, what, so please, we should be more careful the way we talk and the people we listen to, so that you don't destroy people or discourage people that have been out there making efforts to help the community through political parties, creating enmity that is unnecessary, running people down. Also, at this point, for clarity's sake, my company handles Chief Dr. Sajeje Ezoka for some of his media, but this, I'm just doing it because of my personal encounter. He doesn't know I'm doing this, but I just felt that APGA Family should deal with these people, casting aspersions on his name, and they should fish them out, because those are the people destroying the party. Personally, I felt so bad. I really felt disappointed hearing that someone will come up with such story with all the input, all his commitments towards the party. So if other people that are close to him or that are with him maybe worked for other parties, is their own personal something. Like I, for one, as a media person, I work for people. I've worked for APGA for years. They don't pay me, but because I believe so much in Professor Charles Soludo, I worked throughout his campaign. I know the number of jingles I did for him. I wasn't taking money, but this is what I believe in. And it also has nothing to do with Chief. This is what I do as part of my own community development. And right now, I'm also doing it as part of community development, because all these people castigating him, those people are anti-development. Because if he should get to hear that, and maybe it's more like a betrayal, and get discouraged, those people will simply sneak into their houses. They won't help. They won't do it for the party. They won't do it for the community. But they will just be there creating, throwing up problems, castigating and destroying the image of people that are doing a lot. So we should be very careful with people like that. Even though we also know the fact that people have their differences and their alignments. So, but please, the APGA family should, as a matter of urgency, look into that. Find out those people who are castigating him. And, take care of them, knowing that they are the one that is trying to destroy the APGA family. So while you do that, do your best within your capacity for community development, but don't run people down. Thank you.